I don't know if you'd know this, but I don't personally consider myself to be a self-improvement guru, so I don't know if I'm actually capable of giving big advice to extreme procrastinators, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because as you can see by my upload schedule, and all the projects that I said I was going to do and didn't end up doing, I am an extreme procrastinator.
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
So I can do some first-hand experience, and hopefully it can help you out if you're going through a period of your life, or just it's been a thing that's been in your life the whole time, and it's just something that you're struggling to get over, and you're needing to get over it, and your project's due in 5 hours. Let's talk about how to overcome procrastination. So I think the first step in overcoming anything is identifying what it actually is you're trying to get over. And firstly, what is procrastination? Well, procrastination is basically not doing something when you know you should be doing something, or doing something that feels productive but isn't actually productive when you're meant to be doing something that has a specific deadline to it, right? And most of the time, that's what procrastination is, and it sucks, and every human being experiences it, and some are more susceptible to others, me for example. So how procrastination typically manifests is either by doing work, like I said, that is quote-unquote productive, like cleaning the house, or working on a previous project when there's a new project that's due very, very soon. That's a classic example of procrastination. Another classic example of procrastination is, I've got time, another episode on Netflix won't hurt me too badly. And then it's 5 o'clock in the morning, the project's due at 9, you realise it's time to pull an all-nighter, but another episode won't hurt, right? That is classic procrastination. And why does this happen? That's something that I found that I ask myself a lot. You probably ask yourself a lot if you've gotten this far into the video. Why does procrastination happen? Well, I think that there's 2 or 3 main reasons. I think the first main reason is fear. And usually it's fear of failure, it's fear of being judged by others, it's fear of you putting your own creative work and putting your heart and soul into something and then it being destroyed by the people who go and consume it. That's one of the reasons. Another reason can just be perfectionism. It's never good enough. It's never going to meet my requirements. It might meet the requirements, but it's never going to meet my requirements. So I'm going to be heavily perfectionistic, and maybe I will make the video game, or I will write the essay, or I will make the video, or I will make the album, is a good one for me, in 5 years time, but at least it'll be the best thing that I've ever made. That's reason number 2. And I think that the other reason is not really knowing why you're doing what you should be doing, right? And this happened to me. I do a degree in audio production, and for about 2020 to about 20, I don't know, I wouldn't say 2020, about 2021 or so, right, to now, I just was dead. I had no reason to do it. I just did the bare minimum and I just scratched through, right? That was my mindset at the time. And eventually I got pulled in because I wasn't hitting deadlines, because I just didn't care anymore. And, I got told, basically kicked up the backside, saying that, you could fail the course if da-da-da-da-da happens. And that kind of sprung me into action. And I don't think that that's a good solution for procrastination, but it kind of shows you what you reap when you sow procrastination, and where apathy can really, really mess you up and make you to go for the worst type of procrastination, which is another episode on Netflix would do, by the way. That is the worst type of procrastination in my opinion, because nothing is actually getting done and you're just being catatonic basically. So we've basically gone into what procrastination is, why it happens. Now let's talk about some solutions, and I think that let's try and solve those 3 causes. So the first one, that being, I totally didn't go back and listen to what the first one was because I forgot it. So fear of judgment or fear of failure. First, you kind of have to realize that messing something up but getting something done is better than not messing something up but having nothing to show for it. right? And it's always better to get a product out there rather than to have nothing. Whether that's a business product, whether that's just building up your portfolio, whatever it may be, right? Whatever you're looking for. I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know what you're doing with what you're procrastinating on, but it's always better to have a product rather than no product, even if the product is slightly below your standards. And that leads me on perfectly to how to overcome perfectionist procrastination. And that's essentially realizing that, unfortunately, a sad reality of life is that what you want to do will never come out the same as what it will be in real life. That's unfortunate. That's just how imagination works. Your imagination is infinitely more powerful than anything reality can create. Reality can definitely be something that's just insane and something that's incomprehensible, but imagination is so focused and so specific and highly attuned to you that just the muddiness and chaos of reality will just screw you over anyway. So you kind of have to realize that it's never going to be perfect, but it's going to reflect what you were trying to do. And again, like I said, it's always better to get something out there than to have nothing at all. Right, okay. So, the third type, the most difficult type of procrastination, I think. I think perfectionism is probably almost as hard, but I think that this one's extremely difficult. The first one's quite hard as well, but these two are quite easy to get stuck in. So, for sort of apathy, for catatonic, for jaded procrastination, nice little thesaurus.com there from me, by the way. But for a sort of apathetic procrastination, you kind of have to get back into the headspace. If you have stuff from the past of something that you were passionate about and you're like, why did I want to do that 2 years ago? Why did I want to go and make that, for me it would have been that, album, that audio drama. For you, it could be that video, it could be that video game, it could be that product, that business, who knows what it is, but it's the point is it's highly specific to you. And you have to go back and think, okay, why did I like this? If it was something like, for example, I'm good at it. Well, try and think something, deeper to it. Like, I'm good at it, therefore I can go and use that as the medium to go and be like, okay, I can go and use that as the medium to basically go and, put what is in my imagination into reality. Effectively, what I'm telling you is to start caring about something. It's difficult and it's not easy to do, and it typically just involves a bunch of pretty small steps, to be honest. You're probably going to be apathetic for a little while longer than you'd want to be, but as long as you get up and simply turning on the PC or picking up the notepad or, loading up the Word document, loading up Pro Tools is one for me, and also, just doing something like that, loading up the coding software, anything, right? It's something. Again, you're putting something out there. You're creating an opportunity for something to happen. You're not just sitting there waiting for you to be, kicked up the backside like I was and then be shifted into action. Because then at that point, you're acting out of fear, not necessarily out of drive and fire, not necessarily out of consistency or discipline. So just creating those small changes of, I'm going to work for 5 minutes today on what I want to do. Then I can go back to whatever I want to do after that. Then, 5 minutes, that was easy. I can do 10 minutes tomorrow. I can do 15 minutes tomorrow. Okay, that was a bit more difficult. I can do 12 minutes instead. Then you can go on and on and on and stuff like that. So those are just what I wanted to talk about. I don't know why I made this video. My last upload was 5 months ago. I enjoy doing that sort of commentary style video. It's a nicer style for these sort of SJ talk stuff videos. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This one's going to be a lot longer than that one, but I hope that this did help you out in overcoming or realizing where your procrastination is, what type of procrastination it is, and maybe giving you some solutions on how you can overcome that. Again, I'm not a self-help guru. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, so I'm just a random guy who's basically an expert procrastinator. So, if you want to go and join this expert procrastinator and get video updates and turn that notification bell to get one notification 6 months later wondering who's this Soundjip guy you subscribed to, please hit that red subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Oh man, sounded like Philip CDI Gannon there. So I'll just end this off by saying, hit that subscribe button.
Or else you will die.